I've gathered some simple English sentences, either short or not too long, that you can relate to or easily imagine. I hope this helps expand your English expression.
Reading practice. For speaking. Read silently or aloud, as if you were telling it to someone else. Audio will be without repetition, with a brief pause between each chunk or sentence.
I have my mind full of unsaid things. I'm tired of being what you want me to be. Why do I always fall for the ones I can't have? Just for once, I want someone to be afraid of losing me. Maybe life isn't for everybody. Love can make you do things that you never thought possible. So many years of education, yet nobody ever taught us how to love ourselves. And why it's so important. Sometimes people put up walls, not only to keep people out, but also to see who cares enough to tear them down. At some point, you gotta decide for yourself who you want to be. Can't let nobody make that decision for you. There is always a part of my mind. That is preparing for the worst. And another part of my mind. That believes, if I prepare enough for it, the worst won't happen. I hate when people ask me, "Why are you so quiet?" Because I am. That's how I function. I don't ask others. Why are you so noisy? Why do you talk so much? It's rude.
Review. Highlighting other articles and videos that use keywords from past content. They are in simple English. Check them out to learn more. The price was right. Seeking a sustainable living near the coast, a woman found a perfect land in Joshua Tree and moved there to build an earth dome home.
Coming to a point in my life that I had to create a way to be sustainable. I was living at the coast at the time, so I was seeking an area that wasn't far from the coast and where my children were living part-time with me, that I could purchase some land. I wasn't living in Joshua Tree at the time, but because of the traveling, it was close enough to the coast. At the time, the price is right. I don't know about now. As I looked into building with earth, it aligned so seamlessly, using my passion and love and desire for what I want to do and my belief and my philosophy and my values. It just led me to Joshua Tree and it worked. For example, the earth here on my site is the perfect makeup for building with these domes. I don't have to add clay or sand, or all the pieces just kept falling in together, and I just had to keep following those signs and guideposts that I'm in the right direction.
This is why. The woman explains why healing your heart first is essential for finding love. It's important to let go of bitterness, believe in your worth, find confidence in love, and trust that good men are out there.
Hi and welcome, I'm Nadine Piet from Healthy You, Healthy Love, and today I'm going to be talking about a very heartfelt topic because it's all about your heart. If you are feeling a little heartbroken at the moment, a little dejected or rejected, or maybe you've been out of relationships for a long time and yet you're finding it very difficult to get back out there again and feel confident dating, then this video is for you. If you've ever dated a man who is bitter or hurt from a previous relationship, you can feel it in their energy. You'll know that it's very unattractive. It's not appealing. You might be a fixer and you think, oh my God, I'm going to save this guy. But most often, if you're a healthy woman who's done some work on yourself, you don't want to be with a guy who's angry and, negative about women. And you will sniff it out. So this is why it's so important, because it works on the reverse. If you are looking for love and you're feeling angry towards men, if you're feeling abandoned and bitter, then it's going to seep or leak into your connections with men. And this is why it's so important to heal that heart of yours, because the question is, why is it that some women can bounce back really quickly after a relationship has ended, while others almost never seem to get over a breakup? It could take years to get over something and still they may never date properly again, or they keep dating the same types of men and wonder why they're still miserable and feeling rejected. And this builds that bitterness more and more. It's confirming that men can't be trusted or that there are no good men out there. I don't want that for you, because I want you to know this and believe this. There are beautiful men in the world. There are kind, loving men looking for a gorgeous woman like you. Not all men cheat. Not all men let women down. There are plenty of men that you see with maybe some of your friends or family members, or that are devoted men. They are out there living and breathing. So first of all, it's important to believe in that. The other thing is, it's important to believe in your worth and in your value. If you're one of those people that often holds on to past relationships, the pain never seems to heal properly, then I can assure you, you don't have a good understanding of your worth. If you want to feel confident with men, if you want to feel confident in love, if you want to feel confident in your ability to find love, then you need to believe in your value and your worth as a woman. In my program, Never Lose Him, I actually
Not doing so. The speaker believes we can change society without wars or laws. Examples: gender-neutral language, smoking bans, and dog poop cleanup. Values and culture can shift through communication and timing.
Although you read it, so I won't. Now the question here is, can you change the world? Can we change society? Can we make this happen? And I have a really strong sense of absolutely yes. And you can do it without wars. You can do it without laws. Let me give you some examples. Gender-neutral language. How did that happen? What can we learn from the women's movement that see what were the strategies and the tactics used to make it so that our language was transformed, at least in English? So if we're not speaking about that, I'll give you another one. How the hell is it that there's no smoking in the bars in Italy or France or Holland anymore, much less in the United States? because our culture and our society made a decision to transform the culture society. We had a change of values. How did that happen? What can we learn in terms of cultural history from those types of transformations of people? And believe me, technology was a critical part of it, and communications and information. I show these dogs, that's Digby and Tucker, my wife's dogs, because for me, this is the biggest transformation that I would have said, you're off your nut. That I would be walking around at night with plastic bags picking up after these dogs. And now, if I see you not doing so, you are a sociopath. Right? Right? Our values change. Drinking and driving, take your pick. It's all about the timing. It's about change. You heard it in the first plenary. It's about timing. It's about the transitions. It's not about the states. And the question is, how do we design them? Whether the transitions are right from this screen object to that.
Do I really need? A man learns to listen more, speak less. He asks himself key questions before giving unwanted advice.
I have started a new practice that has made a substantial positive impact on my life. As a consultant, I've always known that my job was to ask good questions and listen intensely. However, in my personal life, I will often give my feedback, opinions, and suggestions without being asked for it. I realized this wasn't exactly a positive trait. During the last few months, I have focused on asking myself a few questions before I open my mouth. Do I really need to say anything right now? Will what I'm about to say add any value to this conversation? Do they want my advice, or simply for me to listen to them? Do I want to be correct, or do I want to be happy?
Thanks for watching. I hope this helps your learning English.